Well, what's up, everybody? We've made it to another Friday. Hope everybody's week went pretty well and looking forward to the weekend. I'm certainly looking forward to it. And we're going to get busy right off the bat here on Bear Rock and do a good bit of cutting today. I want to try to get this whole block that's left right here in front of us cut out. I don't know if we can make it that far, but I think we can make a pretty good chunk out of it. But anyway, let's get busy cutting. Well, I've been working some today on the plantation. I'm getting the tracts of timber thing, all the farmlands or whatever you want to call it, getting those added in. Just about got all that finished up, and I'll have to bring it in game and test all that out, but I think it should work pretty good. Alright, why is that not cutting? There it goes. Well, that didn't work. Trying to remember to remove the stumps as I go. Well, I must not have got these trees all the way into the ground good, because they are not wanting to cut at the ground level. Yep, so I'm getting the farmlands, the tracts of timber, whatever thing worked out on Plantation. Then after that, it's just a little bit of testing, and I'll have to get the PDA map done, which is basically done. I'm probably just going to reuse the one from Farming Simulator 17. I've reworked the logo a little bit, so I got to finish that up. And then all that's really left after that is making the splash screen for the, when the game or the map loads up. I got to get that done, which shouldn't be too hard because I'll just snap a screenshot of the game in there somewhere and add the logo on top of it and be done. So it is definitely getting close. I really wish that there was a lumber mill out there, and the scales. If you remember the scales that were going into the sawmill, I don't have anything for that yet, so I guess that's not terribly important. I could probably just bring in the ones from 17 just for kind of like decoration, and if they happen to come out later, I can just add them in and release an update, which is what I'll do with the lumber mill whenever that does finally happen. I'll just release a version like 1.2 or something. I guess it'd be 1.1. So I'm just going to kind of continue around this little block of trees on the outside and get all that cut. Well, I don't really know a whole lot today. I mean, that's nothing really happening as far as I know. I still have not updated to the 1.3 patch. I just haven't had time to hop over on my test computer and check that out yet. I don't know what that's going to break on any of the maps, or well, Bare Rock or Plantation, I guess, for that matter. Hopefully nothing. But, you know, I just don't know what that added in, so I have to check all that out. Well, I tell you, those graphics adjustments I made in the settings sure helped a lot. The game, to me, maybe still doesn't look quite as good as it could. I don't have a massive computer to be able to run everything on ultra high or anything like that. You know, some super high frame rate or whatever. You know, 100 frames or something like that. I just don't have the computer and power to do that, but the changes I made, I'm happy with it because the game sure does run a lot smoother now. Of course, I didn't really have that much of a problem before. It's just everything is now, as you can see, is pegged out on 60, and that was just due to a couple little minor changes in the graphics settings, which I've already forgotten what I changed. I think it was the foliage draw distance, I believe is what it was, but. And I'm running a NVIDIA GTX 1050 Ti. Alright, what happened there? Maybe I accidentally hit the cruise control. Why am I still moving? That's weird. That was awfully strange. You know, the game at some times looks a little, I don't know, a little jagged, a little pixely, that's just that sort of thing, but I can live with that. That's weird. I'm not sure what's going on. For some reason, my machine is still moving once I've let off the gas. It doesn't do it all the time, just some of the time. It's strange. I like all the little ambient noises in the game. This map here, I think this one was one of the U.S. or the Ravenport map, the U.S. If you are familiar with all the i3D files, it's I believe it's map_US. But anyway, the sounds that came with this this particular map are pretty cool, because there's I just heard a helicopter flying over, and there's like dogs barking, and I think it's maybe even coyotes barking or something. But it's pretty neat, all the little ambient sounds that are in the game. Look, they're still going. I don't know why it's doing that. I completely let off the trigger and it was still, the machine was still moving. Alright, so I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to just drive all the way back down and come back. That way I won't have to swing the logs back around behind me and then place them. These are still the, I believe, the version 3 FDR equipment. I have not updated to the version 4 yet. I don't know. I probably should, I suppose, but I'll wait just a little bit, because I kind of got tired of, because at the beginning there, you know, I got the first version that came out. Oh, I got the version, you know, this machine's out, let's get it. Then the version 2 came out and updated, had to, you know, buy the machines back again and all that. I mean, this is the 4th time now, so I think I'll wait just a little bit. Maybe get everything settled down and not have to worry about buying new equipment all the time, or, you know, replacing the equipment with new versions. Which I'm glad they're staying on top of it, of updating the equipment and stuff, but it gets a little old having to transport machinery back out to the field again after repurchasing it for the 3rd time. But Anyway, like I said, glad they're doing it. Staying on top of things, fixing things. It's good to see. Trying to avoid having to cut at a weird angle going down this hill. Whether it goes straight up or straight up is probably the best for me. You probably see me or hear me shut the blade off sometimes when I'm putting the trees down. I'm just doing that to avoid the blade cutting little slivers off of the trees. In real life, I mean, obviously you wouldn't want to do that, but in this game, the blade spins back up like almost instantaneously, so it's not a big deal. So I can't even see that in the camera. Yeah, the camera does some weird stuff whenever you're going up and down hills. I noticed that almost right off the bat whenever I started playing Farming Simulator 19. When you're going up a hill, it tends to stay level. So what happens is, so I'm looking, you know, up the hill right now, and then whenever you swing around, you're still looking at the same level, except you need to be looking down here, so it doesn't adjust whenever you are looking up and down hills. Oops, caught that tree. I'm trying to put them in piles of 4 because the FDR grapple skidder seems to be working pretty good with 4 logs. Okay, you can get rid of the stumps when you still have the tree in the grapple or in the head. That's good to know. Alright, 2 more trees and I think we got it. Have to go look and see. Then we'll, uh-oh, there we go again. See, I don't know, that's weird. It's like it wants to keep going for some reason. Let's take a look around. I think that's got it. I mean, there's a few more back over there that we'll have to get to eventually, but this is all I was wanting to cut today. Now we can get to the other fun part, which is skidding them. But first, let's get our fellow buncher back over this way, because I'd like to try to define another area for us to cut. We had kind of cut a little block out before, went up here to the road, so I need to hook back up at that little spot and see if we can't cut that road out a good bit so we can see where we're going when driving the trucks in and out of there. You can see the path just to our left, right up there is where we cleared an area out, so I'm going to drive back up to this little stand of trees here and then park it, and then we'll hop in the skidder and get some of these trees drug up. Let's go hop in our skidder. Got a bunch of trees down now. Need to get them skidded up. Yeah, I tell you, I'm just continually amazed at this skidder, how good this grapple is, because in 17 there was no way you could get 4 trees. I mean, You have to get awfully lucky, I think. And this grapple here holds them pretty good too. We should be able to make it back without them slipping. Any of them slipping out. I mean, it's a couple of them starting to go, but if so, we'll just back up and pick them up. It's just when you make the corners, turns, is when it gets a little iffy. In fact, I'm probably just going to go ahead and drop them right there and get another grab on them. Yeah, see, that's just as simple as that. If you see, yep, there goes one right there. You see one start to slip out, just get you another bite on it. Uh-oh, got a tag along. That's alright. And there went one of them. Two of them. I was trying to get that one that I didn't get the first time, and I didn't get the one of the other ones. Ah. Squeezed too tight and slipped out. Oh well, we'll come back for that one later. Spending too much time trying to get that one tree in there. I just wish this grapple had just a little bit more dangle to it, I suppose is a good word. Because if they, so there went one of them, but if the grapple, I think, had just a little bit more swing to it, I think it would be a little bit better. But I'm sure there was a trade-off there somewhere between grabbing the trees and the dangle aspect of it. Alright, we got quite a few trees drug up here. Let's get some of these processed before we go to dragging any more up. Yeah, I think my favorite part of logging on this game has got to be the fella bunching. And then the second part is probably the skidding. I don't know what a least favorite part of this logging on Farming Simulator would be. Grinding the stumps is kind of boring, but I guess I'd have to say maybe the loading. I don't know. That's tricky sometimes. Hello, let's go. You know, getting those trees loaded on there just right without them falling off and getting all twisted in there and making bad loads. I guess I'd have to say loading is probably my least favorite part of it. Okay, everybody, well, since I am kind of getting into the final phases of the plantation for 19, be expecting a kind of preview video pretty soon. I'll be putting something together so you can kind of check out the map for 19. Of course, it'll be basically the same, and when you look at the PDA, you're going to be like, that's the plantation. But when you look at the actual map itself, you're going to be blown away, I think. Because I mean, like I said, every time I drive around that map, it just amazes me. I love just hopping in a log truck or a pickup truck or something, just driving around the map. It's a lot of fun. I've added a lot more detail. There's bushes, there's fences, barbed wire fences around just about every tract. I mean, I left a few of them without barbed wire fences, but you know, like I said before, that's pretty much what you see around here where I live anyway. It's just a lot of barbed wire fences around tracts of timber, just because they don't want anybody going in there and, you know, riding ATVs or hunting or anything like that, so they fence them up good. Keep everybody out of there. And not only that, I mean, like, there's ditches in there now. Along most of the roads, there's ditches. There's concrete culverts that go under the roads and stuff where those ditches are, and it's just lots of. I've added some signs. You'll see, just lots of neat new stuff on the plantation. And if you saw over on my Facebook page, you probably saw a couple of the screenshots that I've put up. Or I've put up a few screenshots, and it's looking pretty good, I gotta say. But yeah, probably here in the next few days, I'll probably put up some sort of a screenshot, or not screenshot, a preview video. Because like I said, right now I think I've just about got all the detail stuff, like the small trees and fences and signs and things like that. I think I've just about got all that finished up, so it's ready now for to be shown off a little. I'm ready to release it too. I tell you, I'm getting not tired of working on it, but it's taking a lot longer than I thought it would. Of course, the major thing was I just reused the terrain. I did alter a little bit of the terrain just so it wasn't quite so flat as it was before in some spots. But I'm a little surprised that it's taken me this long, because I mean, I had scripts that would plant the trees in a row. I used the spline script to put the fences in, so I mean, it went relatively quickly, but it's just all the detail I'm putting into it. It's causing the slowdown. I think that's one of those big trees. You can get 2 logs out of that one. Oh, that was it. Alright, I think what I'm going to do now is get the stump grinder, or wood chipper in here, and get all those little pieces picked up. So let's find that. Oops. I'm half tempted just to chip up all these little tops too. I don't like dealing with those things, but I guess it wouldn't matter. They're all going to get sold anyway, whether it be wood chips or pieces of logs. Be careful here, I don't put my wood pile chipped up. Yeah, this is the Brux all-in-one wood chipper that has a stump grinder built in. You don't have to add anything extra. And I was going to color it yellow, but for some reason it looks like it's, I don't know, like all rusted up or something. It's got some weird look to it. I'm going to chip up this little small tree over here. There's no point in processing that thing. Yeah, I was wanting to check out my John Deere. It's like the tires are dirty. Nothing else is happening yet. This is one of the stock. Well, you can see, start to see a little bit of dirt there. It's one of the stock tractors. I was looking forward to seeing the paint chip off and stuff like that, but I guess it'll do it on that one. Just hadn't got enough hours on it yet. All right. Yep, you know what? I don't want to deal with those things. I'm just going to chip them up. Because it was down. I know this isn't terribly realistic, but it's what we got for right now. Oh yeah, there's those other little pieces over there we just cut. Almost forgot about those. So there's a stump right there. Was a stump there. Alright, well that's full. Alright, let's go ahead and take this trailer here. Let's go ahead and take that over to the sawmill. I looked at the wood chip sell point right before I hopped on to record this, and it looks like it's supposed to be working, but I didn't change anything, so I don't expect it to work. I'm not really sure what's going on with that either. I'm going to look at that a little bit closer. I thought I had that fixed. But let's go check this out. We'll cover that up. Yeah, it'd be fun to get over on the plantation because I'll have the tracks of timber thing set up, and that way we can concentrate on cutting one track and then purchasing the next track and moving on to the next one, you know, that sort of thing. It'd be fun. See, that trailer's not near as long as the other one. Made that turn quite easy. Yep, got 90,000 liters of wood chips. Alright, let's just test this out and see if this is going to work. Don't think it is. See, I should be getting a... So I should get an option to tip there if it was going to work. This action cannot be performed here. Let me look at something real quick. Yeah, see, I'm supposed to own the whole thing, so it's not an issue of being able to tip there or not tip there, but for some reason the sawmill's showing up over here. The gas pump's in the right place. See, I just made it to where you own the whole map for this one. But that's weird because I've got the wood chip sell point in the default items XML, and I've got it in the right position, but for some reason it's not letting me tip there. The wood cell works fine, but the wood chips, for some reason, it's not letting me sell it. That's strange. Let's see, where's... Okay, so oh, I was going to say, we've only cut down 20 trees. We cut down almost 400 trees already. And we've only played about 16.5 hours on this map. Let's see, let me just look here for a second and see if there's anything... Normal, hard. Okay, well, I'm not sure what's going on with that. I gotta look at that again. Maybe it's because the tip collision is not. Maybe I just can't tip there. Let me try over here somewhere. Yeah, see, I can't do that. Okay, well, I may have to look at that tip collision again, 'cause that could be it. If it won't let you tip there, then it won't let you sell it there either, probably. Oh well, we'll get that later. Alright, let's see, let's get started loading up this truck. So I don't want to get too big of a pile of logs here and then start having frame rate issues. Yeah, I certainly like loading logs this way a lot better than when I first started in Farming Simulator. I went back the other day and watched, I would not recommend this, but I went back and watched like the very first video I ever did on this YouTube channel. Yeah, I've come a long way, but back then I didn't have the dual joysticks, and so I wasn't able to you know, load trucks very efficiently. I was using actually a tractor with a log fork thing on the front of it. Well, that took a long time to load those trucks too. So glad I've got the dual joysticks now, and these loaders from FDR sure makes it a lot easier. Oops. I was trying to catch just that first log up there. Let's see what we got here. Probably put a couple more on there, but I'll tell you what, let's go ahead and send it, and that'll be the end of the video. Then we'll pick back up next time and try to get us some more trees skidded up and processed. Let's drive this truck on down to the sawmill and get this load sold. Yeah, see, there's the spot I was talking about earlier where we cut to, just right over here to our left. We'll have to hook back up with that and get that block of trees right there over the cab cut out, and then we'll have a pretty nice big block cut. And once we do that, I'm thinking about probably moving somewhere else just to play a bit, another portion of the map. And of course, we'll have to get back over on Grizzly Mountain, play some over there too. Well, that trailer is rocking. Yeah, I made that road really rough just to add a bit of difficulty to it. Can't come flying down there with a full load of logs. You'll be over in the ditch somewhere or up in the trees, that's best I should say. As we're driving down the mountain, I did want to remind everybody about hitting that subscribe button. As you can see there, we're sitting right about 760 subscribers. Trying to get to 1,000 so get my videos monetized again. And get a little income coming in from there. I'm going to start doing some just random giveaways of things. I've already given away, let's see, one copy of Farming Simulator 17. That's been a while back. That was when I hit 100 subscribers, so it was quite a ways ago. And then I gave away here recently a Tiger Cat t-shirt and hat that I bought from the Tiger Cat store, and randomly selected somebody from the comments on the video that I posted about it. And that's it so far, but I've got a lot of big plans. I mean, I plan on giving back to my subscribers as much as possible. Once I get my videos monetized again and start getting some revenue in from that, I'm going to start doing some random giveaways of things. And that'll be fun. Everybody likes that sort of stuff, huh? Right? So, be looking for that once we finally get to 1,000 and get some money coming in. And also I want to remind you about the Patreon page. It's a good way of supporting the channel, but also it'll give you insider access to all the maps I'm working on, screenshots, possible some videos, what the name of the next map's going to be, when's it going to be released before anybody else knows, that sort of thing. $52,601. That's pretty good. Hey, let me look at something here. My truck's starting to get dirty. That's really cool, because that is not most normal dirt models. Most of the time the whole truck gets dirty. Maybe starting to get a little dirty there on the cab, or the hood, but that's really cool. I didn't notice that till just now. Alright everybody, it's time to go. That's going to be it for this episode. Hope you enjoyed this one. And like I said, if you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, go ahead and hit it. I'm not going to hurt you, it's not going to bite. But anyway, y'all have a good weekend, and we'll see you back here on Monday. Thanks for watching.